Hi Scorpio, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your August 2023 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. As you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celts cross spread as always, and also pull up the 4 agreements, Wisdom, Oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology items we have in front of us to get an idea of where your folks should be as far as that goes. Alright. We have Saturn, and Saturn's actually in your 5th house of romance, creativity, and children. That's Pisces. Alright, we have Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is actually your 2nd house of possession, self-worth, and finances. Astrologically speaking, not really anything going on there, but you could have a focus on that area of life anyway. And we have 10th house on the other hand, plenty going on. So 10th house energy for you guys is Leo. So of course we'll be in Leo season the first few weeks of August. There'll be a new moon there. We're also going to have Venus retrograde in that sign. So yeah, definitely plenty going on in your 10th house for sure. And I forgot if I mentioned it, but yeah, that represents career and social status. Alright, so moving on to the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and challenging that, we have the Knight of Wands. So, seeing these two energies come up, on the one hand, Knights are similar, but aside from that, there's quite a bit of difference between the two. So it could just be saying, alright, so one way I could see this playing out actually is for some of you, money might be going out faster than it's coming in, right? So maybe it's just saying that you're spending impulsively, right? But more so than what you're actually bringing in as far as income goes. Now, for others of you, this could just be saying maybe you want a change of pace, right? So maybe these are the things you're used to doing, your tried and true things, whether it be relaxation, whatever the case may be, just your daily habits and routines, and you want to shake those things up and do something different. So I could see it playing out that way as well. And for some of you, this can even be around your friendships and connections, right? Where maybe you feel like your friends always want to do the same old thing and you want to do something different. And that can be a bit of a challenge there because you might feel like you're alone and wanting to do those new things. All right, in the foundation position, we have the 2 of Wands. So Aries energy here. And yeah, it just looks like a desire on your part to do something new, right? See something different, maybe travel somewhere you've never been before. So there definitely seems to be this desire rising up to the surface for you guys to do something new. All right, past position, we have the 3 of Swords. So this is Libra energy here, which is your 12th house. So for some of you, this could be part of why, right? Maybe you've had some regrets around some situation, and you're just, on the one hand, wanting to create some distance from that, right? But also not wanting to repeat those lessons. So if you feel like, oh, by me passing up these opportunities in the past to let the disappointment, now you could be shifting into the idea that, okay, I'm not going to let that happen again. All right, present energy, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is Taurus energy here, which is the opposite sign. So for some of you, you might feel like you've reached a period of stagnation within your relationships. Now for some of you, that could be romantic connections, some of you business partnerships, you name it. But yeah, it looks like you just might feel like you've reached a point where the growth isn't happening as rapidly as it once did, right? For some of you, like I said, again, for some of you, if this is a more financial thing, you might feel like the money's going out faster than it's coming in, right? Things along those lines there. And there could be some disappointment around that. All right, in the near future position, we have the Page of Swords. So yeah, for some of you, it looks like there needs to be a conversation around the situation, whatever it is, right? We mentioned a few different possible scenarios it could be, but for whatever reason, there could be some reluctance on your part to have that conversation. So like I said, if it's suggesting to your friends, hey, I know we always go here for dinner on Fridays, why don't we go to this other totally different place, right? Or whatever. Obviously, it could be bigger than that too. Or hey, actually, the cost of living's gone up a lot more. Could I get a pay increase at my job, right? Things along those lines there, where it looks like there's a need for some kind of conversation, but reluctance on your part to do so. All right, in the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Devil. So yeah, on the one hand, this could just be pointing to where, like I said, you just might keep feeling this urge to do something new, start something new. And then for others of you, where, like I said, if there's a need to have a conversation around this, this could be pointing to what's holding you back in that regard, right? So maybe you've had this issue when it comes to communication at times that's coming back up to the surface for you guys, between the fact that we'll have the Mercury retrograde in August, and then the fact that Pluto was in your third house communication for a really long time, and Pluto's your ruler as well. On top of that, it finally moved on to Aquarius for a bit, but now it's back in your third house communication. So you might feel like some of those things that were causing issues for you around communication back then might be coming back up to the surface for you to look at. All right. In the environment position, we have the Two of Cups. So this is actually a really good thing to see because, like I said, whether this is around a romantic connection, friendships, business partnership, right? Looks like whoever's in your environment would be willing to meet you halfway, right? So once this communication's had, it looks like that can actually lead to a meeting of the minds, getting on the same page, and moving forward in a positive manner. Like I said, it seems like there's a little bit of hesitancy on your part to communicate around the situation. All right. In the hopes or fears position, we have the Eight of Wands. So I'm going to assume this is a hope for most of you. And like I said, this looks like you just have a desire for movement, right? It looks like there's some stagnant, blocked up energy in your spread, and it looks like you're wanting to free yourself from that. Understandable, right? Although sometimes we might like a little bit of peace and quiet. It looks like you just really want to get things moving at this time. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Nine of Wands. So yeah, more Sagittarius energy here. And again, like I said, still feels like you're feeling blocked off, right? A little bit stuck, stagnant. So for some of you, this could just be as simple as the astrological energies that we talked about, right? A lot of shifts going on. So could be pointing to that. But yeah, like I said, especially if it's around finances, you might have to get a little creative there, right? Like I said, if you find out that, okay, my money's going out a lot faster than it's coming in, right? Could just need to be some adjustments made there. But like I said, if it's just wanting to explore other things that you feel like others around you don't want to do, right, then might be saying that maybe if you were to just take that leap and do so anyway, maybe you encounter people with like minds while doing so. So that's another possibility as well, given that we do see this person solo, right? Right. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So on one end, this could be pointing to a timeline because this represents the middle 10 degrees of Virgo. So it could just be saying that as we move into the beginning of September, you might feel some of this stagnancy remove itself, right? Because this is still a 9 energy. But if we look at these two side by side, looks like it'd be far better off to be in that 9 of Pentacles energy. Well, I don't know why it won't focus. There we go. Looks like it'd be far better off being in that 9 of Pentacles energy versus a 9 of Wands energy, right? So it could just be saying it could be as simple as the timing, because you can have some squares to your placements as a Scorpio with the Leo energy, and then of course we have that Aquarius full moon right at the start of August. So of course there's still activity going on in Taurus too, so it could just be one of those things where it says, okay, as we shift more toward Virgo season, it's going to be more supportive overall energy for you guys, and then that might help you feel like you're freed up from some of these blockages. Moving on to your 4 agreements card, we have always do your best. And it says practice makes the master. Okay, it says by doing your best over and over, you can master the art of transformation. By doing your best, the habits of misusing your word, taking things personally, and making assumptions will become weaker and less frequent with time. So, interesting message there. Especially because it makes me think of, like I said, you guys are going to have the Venus retrograde in your 10th house and all that energy in your 10th house, right? So it could just be one of those things where it could just be saying, focusing more on what you're doing at this time might be a little bit better than constantly looking out into the environment, but hopefully that resonated. All right. Moving on to your Wisdom Oracle card, we have Breathe. There's the artwork, and the number is 29. So let's see what this has to say. Definitely sounds like a message already that might be telling you similar to what we were seeing in the spread, where it's like, all right, just try to pace yourself a little bit, and the more supportive energies for what you're looking to do will be there before you know it. Okay, essential meanings says patience, waiting, going slowly, wellness, meditation, trust. The Oracle's message, patience in all things is called for right now. What do you need to do when you're in a rush? Slow down, of course. Meditate and trust. breathed, and repeat. Humans cannot exist without drawing breath. Now is the time to allow the life-giving element of air to replenish your body, your being, and your very essence. Stop to smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight, and release the darkness, and miracles will appear. So, again, definitely a positive message there. The part where it said, breathe in the sunlight and release the darkness made me think of the contrast between the two of Cups energy we see and then the Devil energy, right? So, hopefully that resonated. The relationship message says, don't be in too much of a hurry. Don't be in too much of a hurry right now. The heart needs time to open. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, for there is no need for tension. Savor the moment, and the waiting won't prove difficult. Your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. So reading that message made me think of a different relationship dynamic within the spread too, where the Devil energy could represent just feeling that intense passion, right? That desire to really get things off the ground. Whereas this energy here, the Two of Cups, looks way more measured, right? So that could be maybe the contrast in energies between you and another person, where you might feel like, okay, I really want to get this thing moving here. This person, I can't tell for sure if they're into it or not, right? But it could just be the speed they move at, where they move a lot more slowly than you. And then that brings me back to, so maybe this is you, the Knight of maybe this is you, the Knight of Wands, and then the Knight of Pentacles is the other person, right? Who's moving really slowly, and you're like, come on, can we get it going here? So it could just be different approaches as far as that goes. All right. The prosperity message says, you have worked long and hard, your dreams are coming to fruition, and you want to hurry things along. You are the slow and moving languidly, yet still progressing right now in a rhythm dictated by your authentic nature, the essence of your dream, and the will of the universe. Slow and steady wins this race. You will indeed win if you relax, stay the course, trust your intuition, and breathe. So yeah, another positive message there too. And also looking at this from like, let's say, a financial respect, you guys have the North Node that recently moved into your 6th house of Aries, by the way. So it could just be pointing to that as well, where now you have this violet underneath you to get things done around your work, your daily routines, right? And others around you might not be catching up to that pace just yet. All right, lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. This is your mudra here. It's the Kapittha mudra. The keyword for it is creativity. All right, and there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take screenshots where you want us to say. But under benefits, it says can be used as a tool for sexual healing, releasing the guilt and shame around sexuality, increases sensitivity and receptivity, stimulates healthy libido, opens the connection between the pelvis and heart, expands feelings of devotion and love and kindness. So if that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, we'll put that in the description video as always. We'll wrap up there and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.